All right, what's going on, you guys? Happy Mother's Day to everyone. I know you guys are out there celebrating with your mom and your wives, etc. Just want to do a quick video before our celebration. All right, real quick, let's just go ahead and take a look at the futures. Doing the 15-minute chart here on the S&P 5E mini futures. So it's already given a dump detector on the 15 minutes, and we've already gapped down from the closing on Friday, and you can see that it's still very volatile. So my personal opinion, belief at this point, well, obviously anything can change going into tomorrow, is that we will see a big red day tomorrow. One more big red day, and then we pump into Tuesday, or at some point towards the end of the day tomorrow, you'll start seeing some volume come in, ready to pump for Tuesday, going into the CPI release on Wednesday. Now the CPI, China CPI does release on Tuesday night, so that's also on my mind going into this week, because obviously they can affect the global markets as well. So some targets to look at for the QQQ on a daily chart here. I'm looking at the support level 317, and this is kind of like your POC right here. And so most likely at some point this week, or even Tuesday, or even Monday, tomorrow, you'll see that there will be a slight bounce. Okay, bounce back to this 317 level, the prior support, which should become now a resistance. And once it hits this 317, you should probably see it go back lower under 300. I'm guessing at some point this week, even probably in the next 24, 48 hours, we'll see QQQ under 200. So I'm sorry, under 300. So that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. As far as tomorrow morning goes, it'll be interesting, because if the futures gap down and everything starts gapping down, going into the pre-market, you'll most likely see some type of pump towards the bell. If it breaks now, as you guys know, I'm using the 2-hour EMA charts. It could hit 312, 314, and 316 into my target of 317, and then move much lower. So that's what I'm looking at. So going to be very, very volatile markets, obvious, and also there's going to be Fed speakers tomorrow and Tuesday. You wrap that all up with CPI, and it just looks like a disaster going into tomorrow. So watch for those key levels tomorrow. A couple of earnings that we are on for tomorrow is Ader. Okay, Ader, obviously not looking so good. A little short attack yesterday, or a few days afternoon. All right, and so I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to probably pick up some little bit more shares, because it's very close to my average right now. Um, so they do release earnings after hours. If it dumps, get the hell out. If they pump, great, fantastic. It could, if they do like a really good earnings report and they beat, man, I think we could see that short squeeze of a lifetime here. So I'm pretty excited about Ader. Now, I do believe Upstart is going to take a beating tomorrow if the markets head downwards. Watch for the support of $79. If it starts breaking that down, I have a tough decision to make, because if it breaks that level down, it's gonna, obviously we're gonna be in the red on our calls, but unfortunately, if we are in the 105 calls, it's going to eat the theta or the IV burn is going to hit us really hard. Even if they release really good earnings, but if it doesn't pop over 100 or 105, or we go deep in the money, it's going to look pretty bad. So I'm happy to take that loss if the market just does not uphold at all tomorrow. So breaking down $79 is a no-no. I'm hoping at some point Upstart will start pumping tomorrow afternoon towards the bell, at least, so that I could feel a little bit more comfortable holding the calls. All right, so want to put this on your radar for Tuesday earnings is Oxy. As you know, Warren Buffett keeps buying shares of. I believe he now owns. That's my kid. I believe he now owns 21% of the company. So. They do report earnings Tuesday afternoon. So let's see if I can get it like a dip down to like, $62, $63. Oil futures are slightly off this so far this afternoon. So therefore, I think we can catch a dip on Oxy into the 915 clouds on a 2-hour for entry into earnings. Probably just do pretty closer into money, maybe like $70 calls, nothing too crazy, no big size, just to see what the hype is about and why Warren Buffett is loving this company. All right. Couple things, a couple more plays here. XLE. A lot of you folks have been talking about this. Neil in our group has been so bullish on this, and this looks really good. However, we do need to pull back as well. If the oils pull back tomorrow, I'll be watching for entry for XLE. Probably go long, probably June, July into the summer calls, because obviously the summer months, the oils tend to start pumping because of obviously some supply and demand for summer driving months. Okay. Last one I'm going to put on the radar is BABA. I want to see this thing gap down towards the $80. If this ends up in the 80s tomorrow, I'm going to buy the calls. The reason is because, quite frankly, if Tuesday night China reports good numbers, the market will rally on Wednesday. So this could be a pretty good risk to rewards type of ratio. Obviously, there's no gaps below that's got to fill, because it's already filled back on April 22nd here, down into this level, $82. Now, anything can happen with BABA, of course, if China decides, or if China's numbers do not look good and it proves that inflation is not tamed, it will affect the global markets, and this could gap down pretty hard. But I'm willing to guess that China will fudge their numbers. I don't trust them when they release their data. So multiple times we have seen China's stocks rally over their CPI. I expect that to continue. The key is obviously what's going to happen with Wednesday's CPI for the United States. Now, that's going to be the big story. But if China beats somehow, the expectation is that the U.S. will beat. So we'll see what happens. That'll be 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday morning in the pre-market. Okay. VIX. I'm expecting VIX. Let's see. Let's pull up the VIX chart. This is going to be one of those volatile weeks. Now, it's got these shooting star candlesticks on the daily, like this one here. It fell back down to back into the EMA class 25. We're here at 30, giving us a shooting star in the daily. So yeah, I mean, if the markets do so often, forget about it. The VIX breaks pattern, then it's going to start running up back over 35 that we saw. And so far in the pre-market and the futures is already over 31, I believe. So let's just check back into mini futures here. Yeah, it's still, it may fill the gap and come back down. So we'll see, kind of this type of situation. All right. So that's all I'm watching for tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a great Sunday night, and I'll see you in the morning.